The economy is doing great. The stock market's higher now than when I came to office, and we've taken in hundreds of billions of dollars in tariff money, and we've had no inflation. They kept saying inflation. There's no inflation. Groceries are down. Gasoline is. Inflation is way down. The biggest thing is inflation. The second biggest thing is energy. Energy is way down, and what's also down? Gasoline. Also, the biggest thing is inflation, and it's way down.
The economy is getting better, but why is everything still so expensive? Particularly places like San Francisco, New York, Austin, LA, Chicago, Washington, and all the big cities. We're currently at an all-time high of economic state, and yet you can't feel the grace of our golden era. During the collapse of our economy of 2020, everything was put on hold. Hiring was frozen, layoffs were happening, small businesses were dying, people panicked and sold their stocks to prepare their emergency fund, which resulted in the stock market crashing. I was unemployed during this time, and so were my friends. We had freshly graduated out of college and were desperately looking for work. The people around me had to pay rent. Let me tell you what, it ain't easy. I live in a big city, and the situation with our real estate is that it is primarily owned by boomers and real estate management companies. So if you want a bedroom for yourself, expect to pay almost half your monthly income. Not a pleasant experience, knowing that you will be spending half a month of time to keep an old guy rich. Yep, an old guy rich. The same old guy telling you to pull up your bootstraps because you're not working hard enough. These lazy, societal, narcissistic parasites contributes negative net outcome to society. They spend their days drinking wine at noon, eating out 3 times a day, and subscribing to OnlyFans. You will also see them hogging up cushy, high-position jobs, hanging on to positions they're no longer qualified to work for. If something complicated comes up, they defer it to a younger, more qualified employee they're managing, all while they're increasing their wealth drastically faster than their younger peers. They would tell you that you gotta work your way up. It doesn't matter if you're more qualified than your boss. You just have to blow out your time and waste a bunch of company resources just to make you work, quote unquote, for this position. To set things straight, this is not a complaint about my qualms with boomers. As a matter of fact, I don't blame them. To be fair, they're born in one of the greatest eras of wealth building. Given this opportunity to anyone, they would take advantage of the situation. Ask yourself this. If you have 5 properties generating $25,000 a month, a career where everyone respects you, at least on the face surface, and the ability to retire whenever you want. In exchange, you ruin the quality of life for a dozen people that you will never have any relationships with. Will you take that opportunity? Will you help a bunch of strangers that don't care about you? It's human nature. Why would anyone sacrifice themselves for the betterment of people they have no affiliations with? Look at political activist groups. You will never see a black rights activist help gay rights activists, or animal rights activists helping veterans. Everyone is out for themselves. They're just painting a noble facade over their intentions. Some of you may be disappointed with me not completely shitting on boomers, but I believe most people can agree that condemning them is a waste of time, and it's better to just handle the situation as being dealt a horrible hand of cards, and we should just learn to optimize our playstyle for the best result. The reason why people are unhappy with other people is because we have high expectations of them. So the only way we can be content with everyone is by having 0 standards for them. Then there will be no space for disappointment. There's despair and hopelessness in condemning old people for doing what's right for themselves. Look at the political climate. Trump just cut taxes for the wealthy and is writing it off as increasing wealth for the rich so they may create more jobs for us brokies. Let's be real, most rich people don't create much value for society. I am not convinced by the idea that the rich will trickle their wealth down for poor people like us. That strategy has been implemented before by Reagan, and it failed. Very rare billionaires actually make something useful for society like Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, or Jeff Bezos. You guys may not realize it, but these billionaires actually did make society a lot more better for your average consumer. For example, Elon Musk improved automotive technology to the point where we no longer need to rely on gas vehicles. A dangerous venture because sheiks in the Middle East can end him for nefarious reasons or, messing with their oil money. But, Elon Musk still pursued this ambition and he made life better for everyone in general. Steve Jobs significantly lowered the crime rate by pushing the innovation for smartphones. Now every citizen has the ability to produce evidence for the victim of any visible crime.
Hey guys, so DoorDash just deactivated me 2 days after I reported my sexual assault.
Younger generations may not believe it. People used to get hit by cars all the time, and the cars would just casually drive away, because they know they got a 95% chance of getting away. Now, I can feel confident they'll get caught, as a lot of evidence for crimes are created from people recording with their smartphones. Jeff Bezos innovated the way retail works and made starting a retail business easy for everyone. Now that everyone can be a retail store owner, things that are normally expensive became dirt cheap. Take the massage gun for example. That would normally cost $400. You can now buy it at $50 at your fingertips. This is the result of competition. Business owners will compete prices to sell the same thing, and consumers will pay less for the products. Lately, I've been hearing the argument that billionaires should never exist because no one needs that money. I agree, no one realistically needs that much money. But do remember, humans are by nature greedy. Do you think these innovators would have the motivation to create life-changing technology if you take out their opportunity to be billionaires? I'm not telling you to worship these people. At the end of the day, it's always best to not obsess over your tragedies and try to find solutions to your problems. You will find that accepting the fact that you were born disadvantaged is more blissful instead of blaming your problems on these boomers like they're going to fix your problem for you. Remember, they don't care about you, and the more you give them crap for screwing you over, it's only going to make them more powerful. Take advantage of the situation. For example, I know a girl that lived in my neighborhood that used to do TikTok dances. She realized that her followers are mostly dirty old men in their 50s and 60s. When she turned 18, she just started doing OnlyFans and she is making a killing off the launch. Just use your deep thinking skills and get your money back from the old money. Millennials and younger generations are surprisingly a lot more smarter than the older generation because they have to think to make a decent living now. I met this guy in a tech meetup where he make absurd AI videos on Facebook and he makes like $500,000 a year. And these clueless old people just watch these AI videos and buy stuff in the link that are severely overpriced. It's amazing how hard times and good times can exist together. If your life is hard, good, you will learn faster. If your life is easy, I hope you're doing something with your time instead of sipping wine in the afternoon. You still have control of your time and energy outside of your work. You can use that time to build a business that you can use to network and make new friends. One day it's gonna get better and it's gonna blow behind us like everything else. You'll be surprised how sad older generations are. They are miserable because they had it easy. They couldn't endure hardship. Look at divorce rates with millennials compared to boomers. Millennial has just a 18% rate of divorce in 10 years of marriage compared to boomers, which is about 50%. It's the hard times is when you find the best relationships. It's not just working hard, it's also working smart. When you build enough wealth, you will have something you can be proud of. Also, you're not just building wealth, but you're also building a better mentality that you can use to go on and build better relationships and find young, vibrant souls that will care about you. And that matters more than any wealth in the world.